Votes are still being counted in last week's election, but based on what we do know, Arizonans' motivations for voting are complex. A majority of Arizona voters want Trump back in the White House, but don't want his self-proclaimed protege, Kari Lake, anywhere near the U.S. Capitol. Voters once again put their trust in Republicans to regulate utilities at the Corporation Commission. And while they like having the right to vote out judges, they're hesitant to exercise that right, as they voted to retain 2 Arizona Supreme Court justices that ruled to ban abortion entirely. Voters here do want to protect abortion rights, though, since they voted to pass the Arizona Abortion Access Act. They also didn't want to ban open primary elections, but they didn't necessarily want to make those easier either. Voters here don't trust the state legislature with emergency powers. They kept those with the governor, or the legislators will adequately represent the will of the people because they rejected proposals to make citizens' initiatives harder. Although it does look like they trust the legislature enough to keep Republicans, who have controlled the legislature for decades, in power. Voters also didn't fall for the ballot measure to change tip worker pay because they can do basic math, but they approved several new laws that will expand the state's prison industrial complex by criminalizing homelessness, adding new fines for convictions, and going back to our love-hate relationship with judges, took away judicial discretion by creating mandatory minimums for child sex traffickers and their victims. Law enforcement in Arizona will soon have the authority to make warrantless arrests on anyone, anywhere in the state that they deem suspicious of entering the country outside of authorized courts of entry. And if they get it wrong, they can't be held liable in civil court.